Well, howdy there, Internet students. Mr. Hermanson again. Today we're going to do lesson 5.2a, how to find the volume of prisms. First of all, I guess you need to know what a prism is. And so let's define that first. A prism is a shape that has parallel bases and rectangular lateral faces. Um, so So you're going to have two parallel faces always, and then the other edges are all created using rectangles. Okay, so here's some examples of prisms. And like these would be the two parallel faces. On this one, the faces are pentagons, this one and then the back one back here. Okay, on this one, the parallel faces are triangles. And then this last one, the parallel faces are these hexagons. Okay, these are not considered prisms because on the first one there's no two parallel faces. Okay, on the second one there's parallel faces, but they're not polygons; they're circles. Same with this last one. It's kind of like a prism, this last one, but the parallel faces are not polygons. They look like some sort of semicircle or something. Okay, so we're going to do a little exercise here where you are going to decide whether it's a prism or not, and explain why. I'll do the first one for you, and then I'll let you go. I'm going to say no. This one is not three-dimensional, so they need to be three-dimensional. Unless maybe this is a sphere, that would be three-dimensional. But there surely aren't polygon. There's no polygon faces or bases. All right, go ahead. You do the rest and check back to see if you get them right. All right, here are my answers. When I say yes, and I say triangular prism, I'm indicating that the triangles are the parallel bases. Okay, so in here the hexagons are the parallel bases that you need. So you can check out my answers and see if you agree with them. All right, so we're going to learn how to find the volume of those prisms. And we're going to use this formula, and hopefully you saw that little video and you understand why we do area base times height to find the volume of a prism. Remember, we're counting the cubes stacked up inside. Okay, and we're going to try and do that without actually stacking cubes up inside. So we need to know the area of the base, and then we're going to multiply that by the height. Now the base is always the two parallel faces. Either one of those you can consider the base. Okay, so and to find that base, you're going to use these formulas that we have already learned for finding the area. Okay, now if you're finding the area of like a pentagon or a hexagon or something, know that the base is a bunch of triangles. So we might have to find the area of one triangle and multiply by how many there are. I'll show you that in a second here. But let's quick review this and try to figure this one out on your own. See if you can figure out what the area is, and you can just check back and see if you're right. I'll explain it, but make sure you're using the right formula for each. All right, so here's my work to find the area. Make sure on triangles you do base times height divided by 2. Now on this last one here, you have to do the base, which is 3 of any one of these triangles, times the height, which is 2. So 3 times 2, but it's a triangle, so you have to divide that by 2, and you get 3 for that. And then there's 6 of those, so I just multiplied it by 6. All right, and that gave me 18. All right, so so we're going to do this. If you have some unit cubes, you can do it. Otherwise, just think about it. You can see the picture. So how many cubes did you need to make this small prism here? And that's 12. Okay, And the length, let's say this is the length this way, so that's 4. The width will be this way, which is 3, and then the height is this way going up, which is 1. Okay, so go ahead and fill in this page. All right, you can check your answers here, but basically for every time you add a layer, you need to add 12 more cubes to fill in that layer. So we need to take the base layer, which is 12 times whatever our height is, to get the volume. Okay. Number 5 says draw a triangle on your graph that is 3 units high and 4 units wide. So you could actually do that a couple ways, but to get a height of 3, the very top needs to be 3 units from the bottom, so it could be like this one. Yours might look a little different. And now, so go ahead and find the area of the triangle, and go ahead and see if you can fill in the rest of this. So to find the volume of any prism, we're going to do it by layers. We're going to take the base layer, which is the area of the base. Oops, sorry, I did this wrong. 7 layers tall. So we would take this 6 times 7, which is 42. So base area times its height. All right. So you're ready to go ahead and do your homework, and you're just going to use the basic formula here. Find the area of the base and multiply by the height. Actually, I'll add just one little example for you here. I'll get a picture of a prism here and show you how to do that. You can try and sketch it. So let's take a look at these two prisms. With a rectangular prism, you can actually think of any face as the base because the opposite side would be parallel. But let's just say that this is my base down here, this 2 by 4 part. So the base area, so this is what we're going to use, base area times height. All right, so the base area of that would be 2 times 4, which is 8. And then I would multiply that by the height, which is 7. So I would do 8 times 7 equals 56. Okay, on this triangle, it's the triangles that are the parallel bases. So there's another triangle exactly like this down here. So I would find the area, for the base area, I would find the area of this triangle. Since this is a right triangle, one of those dimensions is the height. So I would do 4 times 5, and then I would need to divide that by 2 because it's a triangle. And then I would multiply that by the other dimension. The distance between the two bases is always the height, so that would be 12. So 4 times 5 is 20, divided by 2 is 10, times 12 is 120. All right, so go ahead and do your homework, see if you can figure those out, and we'll meet and talk about that soon. Good luck with that.